So, funny thing, this trailer released the other day, and people were like, "You have to watch it. It provides so much more, detail into the film."
I'm not sure I believe you.
Okay, here's the thing. I actually had to go back and look up Valerian and Laureline, which are the two main characters, played by Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne. So the overarching story is pretty much they're both pretty much space cops.
Yeah.
And while Valerian was born for it, he was pretty much bred to be one. Laureline is sort of the fish out of water because she was actually a French peasant girl from like the 11th century that found Valerian after he was injured.
Yeah,
and
because they're not just space cops; they're also time cops.
Yes, space and time. So
it's
pretty
a whole
much,
thing.
Pretty much, they wear a TARDIS on their wrists at all times.
Yep,
that sounds like a Gravity Falls problem.
Yep.
Well, yeah. So anyway, Valerian. So Valerian and Laureline are then tied together forever because when Laureline finds out who Valerian is and what he does, and travels space and time, Valerian is ordered to take her back with him. And she is in turn trained to be one as well, and thus they travel the stars together as lovers / partners in time and partners in crime.
Partners in time crime.
Yes, exactly.
Partners in
Don't
anti-crime.
do the time crime if you can't do the time.
Wait, what?
Wait.
I confused myself.
This is like that time I stuffed a Thanksgiving turkey with another turkey.
That's impressive.
Turkey key.
Turkey key. Okay, so what we have here is we have the second trailer to Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. I'm okay because of Luc Besson directing this.
Oh boy,
I'm expecting visual splendor.
Yep.
Because in terms of visuals, the man's very impressive.
Oh, yeah.
The Fifth Element alone, in terms of visuals, is still a marvel to this day, with all the creativity that was in it, and I'm interested to see what he's going to do with. I think they have a budget of $150 to $200 million.
It's definitely enough money to take a turkey and put another turkey inside of it.
Oh God. Okay. Well, let's start the trailer.
They could just
and
give
let's
you
see
the
what
$200 million.
Let's see what Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets has to offer. Here we go.
Okay.
This mission is a simple in and out. Agent Valerian, you'll be running solo.
I only work with my partner. Hi. We're a team. Let's go.
It was vaguely Terminator there for a second.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't know Caleb was in this movie.
I can't believe Caleb's wearing a Hawaiian shirt and like weird.
No, that's not Caleb.
You're running nearly 20 minutes late.
That's Cole.
Well, time flies
I think.
when you're having fun.
Yeah.
Oh. He's like.
Oh, thank you for not showing the splat.
It's like I have made a mistake.
I've made mistakes in my life.
Well, that thing kept getting shot with bullets. I don't think he'll die from a fall that height.
It might.
I think he'll be all right.
The city of 1,000 planets, where for hundreds of years, every
stuff like that's cool. I love the design they're going
with each other.
Oh,
it's paradise.
Amazing.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
After centuries of peace and prosperity, an unknown force wants to destroy all we have created.
Agents Valerian and Laureline, you have less than 10 hours to find the threat and eliminate it.
Oh, hey!
Let's get to work.
It's 5-0. All
right. Don't put Lucy on there.
No, professional and Fifth Element, I understand.
Yeah, don't put Lucy on there.
Ugh.
Why would you put Lucy on there?
We need the two of you to be the guardians of our future.
I can't believe it's a bunch of ravers just hanging out.
Valerian, trust me.
How much time left?
Rihanna?
Our destiny is in your hands.
I taught him how to do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
Yeah.
That still didn't tell us anything.
Well, maybe
It told
that's
us
the
they were
point of
space
it.
cops.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But maybe we inferred that because we already knew it.
yeah.
Could go either way there.
I mean, visually, looks pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The visuals still stunning.
It's it's beautiful.
Well, I mean, Lucy was beautiful. That doesn't mean it's good.
I'm just saying. I mean,
okay.
I do think they're taking considerable risk because it's not a well-known.
No, yeah, you're right.
Well, it's not well
franchise.
known here in the States, but over in Europe.
In
Europe, Valerian is like one of the most popular French graphic novels ever.
Oh yeah.
Like it ran for more than 40 years and is like considered. It's considered groundbreaking for two huge things. Number one, it shifted the characters as the story went on. Originally, Valerian was like, the Boy Scout, the hero, always saving the day. And Laureline, she had a spotlight every now and again, but overall, Valerian was the primary focus. And then, as time went on, the authors changed the dynamic and made Laureline more of the common sense character, and and they made Valerian more of a hapless idiot who, just he was strong and he was able, but he had no direction, and Laureline was often there to be like it's like, no, we're going this way.
See, now that you said that, I just want Nathan Fillion and Felicia Day in these roles.
Okay,
Yes.
Right?
no, okay, well, okay,
Yeah.
but you see,
Because
Now,
nobody
if
does
they were-
able hapless idiot better than Nathan Fillion.
It's
if they
true.
were but then later on they went with that route for I think it was like 5-6 years, and then eventually they realized we've gone too far the other direction. You see, they went too far one direction, made it ultra ultra manly and all that. No room for the woman to get ahead in any way. Then they went too far the other direction and made the guy a moron and all this. And then as time went on, they found a balance in the middle to where Laureline and Valerian both had their moments. They both saved each other. They depended on each other, and in turn, they formed a good relationship. Now, Laureline is still early on. She was very confused about the whole thing and held Valerian responsible for her, her humble peasant life, which was pointed out to her in one of the stories. It's like, what was your life equating to back then? You have the entire universe at your disposal here. You can go anywhere in time and anywhere in space, versus you sitting on your ass in a tavern in France. What is your life now? And how much better is it because you met me?
Harsh.
And in all
So
honesty,
he's like an angry cop Doctor Who.
pretty much.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a buddy cop. It's kind of like a buddy cop, except the buddy cops are actually in a relationship, and it's a very well developed story over like the span of 50 years.
Oh.
But
I had no idea. That's pretty cool.
yeah, so in all honesty, I'm interested to see how Luc Besson, he said this was one of his biggest inspirations for a lot of the visuals, because the visuals that were portrayed in the comic and in the graphic novel were massive. The level of detail that I think it was Miserius, I think Miserius was the art director. I forget which one was the writer. But Miserius is considered, like, in terms of he actually, those little pocket cards that have like ultra detailed drawings on them and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think he specialized in those. And you could actually like go in with a magnifying glass and like see like a whole new detail and a whole new level of things. And you see, with the level of intricacy and detail that's present in Valerian and Laureline, the original graphic novel, I mean, I'm interested to see how Luc Besson's going to do. I mean, it's what he's doing. I mean, the visual splendor. I'm blown away by. The creation of worlds and the creations of species, the creations of things to interact with, and the different set pieces. Really good. Now, will it tell a cohesive story?
That's the question.
That is the question.
All these visuals are great and all, but if the story isn't good.
Well, I think the scale that you just described can be handled well, because we saw it handled well in The Fifth Element.
That's true.
So,
yeah, that kind of scale can be handled well, but the question is, will it be?
Right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know. It's one of those tricky things. Especially since, you know, we've seen good stuff from Luc Besson. We've also seen not so good stuff from Luc Besson. So
Okay, so here's the original. So
Okay, Mézières, or however you say it.
Jean-Claude Mézières. Yes, he was the artist.
Yes.
So it was Christian. Christian was the writer. So
1967 through 2010.
Wow.
That's
So obviously they must have been doing something right.
Run.
yeah, and yeah, dark-haired.
Space opera with time travel.
Yep.
That
sounds
fun.
good.
All right.
Sounds like Doctor Who. Sounds like Doctor Who, except with
actual romantic relationships.
Actual, yes. And I want that. Yeah. Why hasn't the Doctor come across? I mean, honestly, why hasn't the Doctor come across? It doesn't have to be another Time Lord. I mean, some people say only another Time Lord can fall in love with Doctor Who. I'm like, no,
well,
it doesn't
I mean,
necessarily
River Song.
Well, yeah.
I got increasingly closer to the microphone.
Yeah.
River Song.
Yeah, it doesn't have.
love
Well,
her.
it doesn't have to be, but honestly, River Song's not there anymore.
No.
Which is sad.
It
I
is.
love her.
But honestly, like a perma girlfriend or a perma lover.
I don't think they're.
You think that could work?
I don't
I don't know
know.
if he's interested in that. See, that's the thing. Like,
And if you consider how much Time Lords change when they regenerate,
Right.
not just physically but in personality.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not entirely sure that
Well,
it
as-
would work
out.
As long as he's lived as much as he's suffered, I don't really think he's got that on the table for himself right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
well, and the
definitely
primary
true.
difference between Doctor Who and Valerian and Laureline is that Valerian and Laureline are human. They're purely human.
Yeah.
Now, they have been exposed to this world, this massive universe, and are lost in it and are mystified by it and are, in truth, still exploring it. I mean, but the Doctor is well aware of what's out there pretty much in every quadrant because he has all of space and time at his disposal because of the TARDIS. So he could go anywhere at any given time, and unless that place is time locked. That's, by the way, I still have a problem with time lock because if it's time lock,
what is it? Fixed point in time?
yeah, fixed point in time where he's not allowed to travel anymore, even though he could save this person who meant a lot to him or to another person.
Yeah,
it's just like I'm like, okay, if you're just gonna, honestly, if you're just gonna write off a character, why not kill them or have them indisposed permanently with something else? I mean, don't just say, "Oh, it's time locked. We can't go there anymore."
I mean, to be fair, when you've got somebody who can travel throughout all of space and time, you got to do some real hand-wavy type stuff
To keep them from just going back and
to
saving
keep them from just going back and saving them.
Wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, I mean, basically, it's like when the DM says, no, you can't do that, it's like,
You
but I'm a
can't do
level 20 wizard. No. I don't think you understand.
You can't do that.
Can't do that. That's not how the universe works. But I'm a level 20 wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. It's complicated.
Oh, so there. Oh, French and Japanese animated series.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, there was an animated series in
2007.
2007. Yep.
So it was actually a
27.
collaboration between French and Japanese artists. 2007 to 2008. Huh. Well, we'll have to. I was gonna say I'll probably have to check that out and see what it looks like.
Yep.
Because Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets.
Looks good.
It looks good, and I'll be interested to see what the critics say, and I'll be interested to see what for myself. Also, okay, I want to make a little joke.
No.
Now, here's the thing. In the trailer, Laureline says, "I want to show you something," to Valerian, and in my head, I was just like, "Is that how to do a horrible American accent?" I'm sorry.
And that was a little joke. Almost stillborn.
Oh God, dude!
It's a line from MASH.
Damn.
It's a line from MASH.
Okay,
But,
we
okay,
gotta
here's
get
the
out of
thing.
this video. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.